Greetings, Ascension Masters of the new Earth, rising, waking up, fully activated, rising into the dawning of the new Golden Age, the Age of Enlightenment, the Age of the eternal heaven on earth. We had another powerful day of higher dimensional energies coming in. This morning and this afternoon, we had a major downpour here. And the thunder beings were with us most of the day, giving us activations through sound, frequency, and vibration, these higher resonances of 5D, 6D, 7D, and beyond, into the 12th dimensional Venusian activations of the healing blue ray, the blue wave, from the Medicine Buddha and from our Venusian Elven nation of the 12th dimension. Yesterday we had a massive heat wave. Today, massive waves of water. So that's yang into yin, fire into the water. We say fire protecting the water. Divine masculine protect divine feminine, the goddess. She has risen. Gaia has risen. And all of Gaia's children rising up together as one nation, one rainbow tribe of the new Eden. We had a 13 hertz code on the Schumann resonance today, the 13 of the divine feminine, the goddess energy. This is coming through in many waves, in many ways. Today again, the ring of fire of the Lemurian energy, fully activated. We had this powerful activation in the portal by the Himalayan mountains in Pakistan of 4.5. The 9 energy at 3.36 latitude. So the 333, the 3 into the 6 into the 9 of completion. The cycle is complete. 72.753 longitude at 758 UTC. Then around the ring of fire, we had in the Bay of Plenty, we all know what that means, in New Zealand, the 5.5 magnitude, which was the most powerful today at 1547 UTC, 36.917 latitude, 177.195 longitude. So we have the 17 and the 77 code and the 5.5, the sacred portal of New Zealand. And then in Indonesia, a 4.2 at 2010 UTC. And then the 2 portals in the crown, Kamchatka, 4.6 in Russia. Then on the other side of the crown, Kodiak Island, Alaska, 3.3, 1544 UTC. Then we had a 3.7 in Baja California, Mexico. And then 2 earthquakes, activations in the sacred portals of the Andes Mountains, where the condor flies high, Argentina, 4.4, and the sacred portal, the Kundalini, Chile, 4.5, with the 9 energy, and then across the Atlantic, and the sacred portal in Greece, Epirus, Filiates, 4.5, with the 9 energy again at 18 UTC, so we have the 99, the 99, Tengri, the sky beings, the most powerful being the thunder beings, and they are with us fully now, activating us, empowering us with the codes of courage and valiance, because we are victorious. Victory to the light, and love has won, beloved beings of light. Nothing stopping us now. Aho. We'll start today's first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, Initiations and Liminal Moments. One level to the next, you cannot know what is beyond what you cannot yet consciously know as experience. One thing for sure, it is beyond imagination. As we are initiated from one way of being to the next, liminal moments are often marked by the catharsis process of releasing attachments to current ideas, beliefs, fears, and feelings that are in the way of the experience that leads to the next transition, initiation level. The next level is beyond knowing, yet to enter the requirement is greater release of attachments and old ways of being, to walk moment to moment through the heart All attachments must be released. One cannot hold tightly to the old ways and enter the new. This is why for so many the catharsis is the dark night of the soul experience, in which you are held in the depths of your fears and attachments, and led to eventually release your attachment to them. This death and rebirth is marked by many liminal moments in which greater frequency and embodiment of the divine self has more of its presence and awareness through the being. The less attachments, the greater the divine sets up home as the only flow and experience there is. This includes always being the observer and knowing, not thinking. One is not the body. Through the experience of this foundation, as the only self one knows, this then becomes the true power that all aspects of the divine self lives as its home. Many experiences are coming forward for many to know the dark night of the soul, as well as intense initiations beyond imagination. The landing stance then becomes the fully divine God self, in all its glory, fueling the recognition of the divine self to be known, to be the awareness that is all there is. There is no thing outside of this. This mastery is why you are hearing this now, the divine calling the divine. With the beloved divine council of overseers, we are present now, initiating you through this in love. thenewdivinehumanity.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Marie Wright, much healing of wounds between masculine and feminine energies, much balancing, harmonizing, and unification of masculine and feminine energies within. A true love story never ends. Cosmic love is in the air. Embrace magical new beginnings with a pure heart and wide open arms. Let's dance. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, James McConnell, Ka-Ra of the Pleiades. Yes, you are in it, the 3D illusion, but you do not need to be of it. I am Ka-Ra. It is a pleasure to be able to be with you and to share in these moments in these ways, for there is so much that can be said. There is so much that we want to be able to say, but as always, we are held back from doing so. So much that we know is going on behind the scenes. But some of these things now you are becoming aware of more and more. The trust is beginning to filter out, not only to you, those that are of the awakened ones, but to those that are yet asleep. It is beginning to filter to them. And those that are asleep or were asleep are now beginning to awaken themselves, because they must awaken. The entire planet must awaken. Gaia herself is moving on into the higher vibrational frequencies of the 5th dimension and beyond, and all of life here on the planet must do so as well, because life cannot exist in the lower dimensions here much longer. It must move on, and Gaia herself will only hold the place for those that are yet remaining within the illusion for so long a period of time. Then she must release. She must release those that will not move into the light, will not move on with her. They must be released, and they will be accommodated. Everything is being planned. Everything has been planned, and it is only necessary for those of you that are the awakened ones, those of you that are the way showers, to continue to move forward, with hope, with the knowing that everything is exactly how it needs to be. And you, those of you, just simply need to continue to move on, continue to forge ahead, and bring higher consciousness along with you. Yes, we know there are times when even you, those of you, slip and you fall back deeply within the illusion again, and hope seems to diminish more and more because of all the craziness that is happening around you. But you also knew coming into this that the craziness was going to occur. You knew it was going to happen. You knew you were going to be part of it. You knew you were going to wonder at various times, why? Why are you here? Why did you do this? But you also knew that it is at the highest level of your being within you to continue to move forward, to continue to bring about the changeover. And those of you are the changeover. It would not happen without you. The solar flash would not come without you. The great awakening that is occurring right now would not have happened without you. Yes, we are here within our ships. We are here to assist wherever we can. But as you know, we can only do so much. But we can tell you this, that there are things that are occurring now behind the scenes yet, but are very close to coming forward, very close to being revealed. You have heard it in terms of announcements. You have heard it in terms of new experiences that are coming. And it is only you that needs to continue to hold on just a little while longer. Continue to move about your business within the illusion, but not be a part of the illusion any longer. Yes, you are in it, but you not need to be of it. So just continue to move forward, continue to strive ahead, and everything will come to take care of itself. You have our promises. You have all the promises of all the company of heaven, of Prime Creator himself, herself. Everything is being worked out. All you need to do is to continue to trust in the plan and know that the plan is being worked out exactly as it needs to. And your part in that plan becomes greater and greater as you continue to allow for your frequency vibration to continue to rise. Because once your frequency continues to rise and your consciousness raises, your power raises with it. And with your power, you will spread the light even more. Some of you are noticing that now, as the power within you begins to grow and expand and begins to bring a new sense of peace within you and a peaceability to be able to speak out to your fellow man, to speak out and say, you do not need to continue in your sleep state any longer. You can rise above that now. You can find yourself in the light, because the light is everything. The light is all, everything, and all things, and it is time now for you to realize that at a more full level, more and more, each and every day, as you come closer and closer to the great solar flash, to the event, and the great changeover that is following this transition that you are in right now, this transition that is taking you from one paradigm into a new higher level paradigm, one that you can now be more comfortable in, feel yourselves becoming yourselves more and more within this new higher level paradigm. It is all up to you now, each and every one, to continue to be the way showers, to continue to call upon those of us, those of the company of heaven, your ascended masters, the galactics, the Agarthans, all that you can call upon. We are all here to assist you, and all you need to do is call upon us, and we will be there. But I can tell you always that there are plans in the works right now to begin to bring a connection to you, which is more than just this type of connection, more than just feeling us within yourself, hearing our words within your thoughts. An actual physical connection is coming closer and closer. Call it contact, first contact, although first contact has been occurring for some time now, but call it a more full contact, a more full disclosure, as those of you that have been prepared for these times that are ahead, those of you that have been preparing for this are being prepared for those further contacts to come. I am Ka-Ra, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness to all of you from ashtarcommandcrew.net. And today from Divine Brostar of the Light, Jason Good. It's happening. I'm going home. I am ready to walk through the portal again. Are we going to have another timeline jump? Heads up. We will wake up in another world, August 29. Daniel Divine. Are we going to have another timeline jump? Federica Abate said, between August 27 and 29, a very strong energy will pass. Humanity will wake up in another world. A very powerful frequency will appear on the night of August 27, and among those 3 days we'll all see the new divine timeline, or rather go timeless. Yes, beloved, we are to jump again, and quickly, almost as if a gust of wind guides us forward. A portal will open that will allow everyone to come into connection with the vibration closest to their heart. Something very strong will show up. Keep a high vibration and positive thoughts, because that next jump is a time where directed energy will bring personal and also collective changes in the new divine timeline, which will be timeless. Because each one of you will experience a strong manifestation according to their intuition. There will come a time where, due to a matter of energy vibration, each of you will live on the frequencies of your own reality. Each one will be on a different timeline. Vibe high, expanding the heart, call the light, and lighten yourself with the light of divine love. Spend time with you in silence and nature. Leave behind gossip and talk. Speak very little and listen more. Don't speak, don't think. Leave everything in silence and in the full presence of the divine. Only this awareness saves from loss. Many have lost connection to their true self and the source. To reconnect, they have to listen without speaking, without thinking. Just leave the me and their millions of questions and become being, the divine I am. Blessings and peace. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Daniel Scranton. The mission of the Awakened Collective from the 9D Arcturian Council. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very happy to be able to share this journey with all of you and to be able to give you these updates on your progress. We know that it has been hard there on Earth, and we know that many of you are ready to shift, to become your higher selves. You have enough awareness to do so, but you are still there in the fourth dimension because you are there to shepherd the rest of humanity. You are there to remind them of who they really are as source energy beings, and the best way to do that is to show them what it means to be a source energy being, to be an aspect of source. A good way for you all to practice living this truth is to not only think of yourselves as aspects of source, and then to think, speak, and act accordingly, but you can also refer to others as aspects of source when you are thinking about them, in some cases even when you are addressing them. But when strong feelings come up for you about someone and what they are doing or saying, a good way for you to think about that situation, that event, that circumstance is to say to yourself, I wonder why that aspect of source is doing that or saying that. Again, it is good to practice. It is good to put to practice that which you know to be true. If you are receiving this transmission and enjoying it, then you must know that you and everyone else that you know and everyone else that you share your planet with is an aspect of source. You are all pieces of the same one being, and the same one being exists in all of the pieces. And that is to us what being awake means. But it's not enough to know it. And if you want to put that truth into practice all the time, then you have to start thinking about others as they truly are, not as the egos that they are showing, not as the versions of source that have all that light and love turned way down. You are there to focus on those individuals in such a way that the light and love gets turned back up naturally, because you are holding them in that space. You are holding them in that knowing that you have in you of who they really are. That is what's important. That is how you change the world. And that is how you elevate the consciousness on your world so that no one wants to do the bad things that you see people doing and hear about people doing. All of the things that are being done and that are said that have the potential to throw you back into the place of judgment, those are the moments when you have to ask yourself why that aspect of source might be doing or saying that. We see this as the mission of the Awakened Collective, and we see it as something every single one of you can do right now. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. From DanielScranton.com. And today, from the Zolkin Times, Kin 152, Yellow Solar Human. Solar is the name for the number 9, and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. This is the 7th portal day in a row, another 3 to go after this one. The 9th day of any wave spell is potent stuff. It's high gear, life in the fast lane. Whatever your intentions are today, be discerning as you are likely to get what you want. Just be sure it's what you need. Today is Yellow Human, which represents free will, wisdom, and influence. The Yellow Human is the vessel, divinely designed to channel wisdom. The human is the psychic, and on these days, all of us can benefit from channeling wisdom. As it is a solar day, if your intentions are created from wisdom we've intuitively received, they stand a better chance of working out. The guide today is Yellow Star, which represents beauty, art, and elegance. When following the guiding star, we are reminded to see the world from star's viewpoint. Then you will see how beautiful it all is, and may that remind you to be thankful for the beauty in your world. And today from Divine Sis Star of Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Solar Human, Kin 152, 28 August 2020, Pulsing Wisdom, 28/8/2020, equal 28/8/22, equal 10/8/4, equal 13, equal 4, 28 trials, plan for the future, 10 manifestation, authority, power, 1 new beginnings, leadership, original, 8 infinity, abundance, source flow, 4 form, structure, foundation, earth, Kin 152, equal 8, abundance gate, a sunny day of empowerment, stepping up as divine solar humans, day 7 in our gap journey. Day 9 in the yellow seed wave spell of awakening, flowering, new beginnings, ripening, opening to more light, and blossoming into your highest potential. Today we realize ourselves as golden solar star beings with access to the wisdom of the ages through the stars, wind, and water. Tone of creation, solar tone 9, operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power, pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What vision and intention are you pulsing into reality? Today is a very important day for us to change the global narrative, take the steering wheel and change the direction in which our world is healed. Let's set a new course based on harmony, peace, acceptance, justice, compassion, and equality, pulsing out this united intention from our hearts. God, hear our prayer. Amen. Today is a pivotal day in realizing the sun's significance in our solar evolution through the blossoming of our human species from Homo sapiens to Homo illuminus. May all humans receive illumination in their hearts and minds. Today we have a wonderful opportunity to accelerate our evolution as divine solar humans, realizing that we're all united in our beautiful world as children of the sun. Our children are precious, and that is what we need to hold dear in our hearts. Today's question is, how can I use my divine wisdom and pulse forth the intention to co-create a harmonious world? Divine blessings for bathing in the pulsing solar rays today. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66, Kin 152, Yellow Solar Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to influence. Realizing wisdom, I seal the process of free will with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of elegance. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. So, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your continued support and pledges on Patreon. If you'd like to support my work with Prime Disclosure and our mission, you can do so at patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. Just got lost track there with the higher angelic codes coming in my right ear. Follow the sound back to the stillness, to the silence, to the stillness of the crystal palace at the center of the universe. Today, for this transmission, I've been enjoying a very special tea called Milan Siang. Milan Siang mean honey orchid fragrance or honey orchid aroma. It has a gentle smell of the sacred orchid flower. Very powerful tea, and it comes from Feng Huang Shan, and Feng Huang, Fenghuang, mean phoenix, from Phoenix Mountain, sacred mountain in China. And today, with the wind and the rain, on my journey to Sacred Portal, Gaia brought many of the winged nation, starting with the sacred blue jay, and then the little woodpecker came singing his little song, and the little squirrel. And then as I went to the river, with all the rains this morning, the river was rising high, and Gaia again brought one of my good friends, the kingfisher, the fisher of kings, which is the crown is being fully activated. There we go again, the angelics coming in, 8-8, Lionsgate, the 2-2-2, as I just shifted my awareness into the middle, to the 0 point. So the fissure of kings and queens is our higher self, that is one with Source, that manifests this physical vessel. And today, with the thunder beings coming in, many of us got received massive activations and downloads. Of course, the 99 Tengri, the sky beings, are always with us. So light healers. Baya. Yes, thank you, my friend. I love my Mongolian nation. I was going through, a couple people commented that there's a sacred event in Berlin, Germany, to send our light. An event for peace, a rising up, and the love. So let us send the healing energy, the violet flame, the violet ray, to Berlin, Germany. And we're seeing the Healing Retreat Center being close to Mount Adams or by Hood River in the sacred sanctuary. So I'll let you all know more on that in the future. And on my journey ahead, one of the sacred portals in Death Valley, as I connected with my bro star of the light this evening, Paul, we went to our friend's Indian restaurant. I'll post an image that I took there of Shakti and Shiva in the video here. We had an amazing conversation with divine bro stars and sisters from India about the new earth. I spoke about the awakening of the 12-strand crystalline DNA and the quantum leap of consciousness, and they knew what I was talking about. They totally lit up. Almost anyone that has any consciousness right now will light up when you talk to them about these concepts of the new earth, new Eden, the golden age, the awakening of human consciousness, all these things. So let us brew another cup here, beloved beings of light, of our sacred medicine, the holy teas from the east, and the good teas, the loose leaf. You can make many brews, and I have a very sacred teapot, clay teapot, that many of you will come to know in the near future, in the holy sanctuary, where the tea will always be flowing. So part of one of these portals with Death Valley, I came up tonight with my bro star, and he spoke of a time he was in Death Valley, and when he pulled up at sunset, he said that the shadows on the cactus, on the cacti, looked as long as a football field, and the earth was red. The sky was red. He said it was breathtaking. And we know this sacred portal is being utilized by the nefarious beings, or the dark ones that are still trying to keep us in these lower frequencies. What I see is an interference wave pattern. It's a pattern of frequency and code that's being layered over the 4D and the 5D to keep humanity anchored down or trapped in the lower dimensions. And no fear. We're staying out of fear and living in the love of the light. So we will blast this portal with our rainbow waves of plasma light and the violet flame, the gold and the white, and then the clear light of bliss to transform, transmute, and resolve any anomalies in all of the portals around Pachamama. And when I brew tea, brothers and sisters of the light, I put my Kunlun energy, which is my sacred vortex, my portal energy, into every brew, every cup, to give all at my tea party, my tea ceremony, the highest waves and blasts of infinite multidimensional light into every sip they take in their sacred cup. And in our tea ceremonies and tea parties, there's only one rule. We say, no one ever touches the guide teapot. That's the only rule. That's why we have a lot of fun. We break all rules, except the one, do not touch the teapot. I let everyone know at the beginning, and there's many reasons for it. One of them because it has to stay pure and has to stay in the heart of Kunlun, in the heart of Kunlun Shan, the mountain of the Divine Feminine, Kuan Yin. We say Lao Tzu ascended Kunlun Mountain when he attained immortality, and that is the Pure Land of the West, in the western portion of our sacred lands of China, where all our ancestors have returned all over this realm. So here we go. One last pour for the road. We have infinite abundance of water and tea. We splash it all over the place. There we go. It is like honey, like the sweet flavors of the sacred orchid from Feng Huang, the great phoenix, the divine feminine that is transformed into the most sacred black gold condor of eternity, of the infinite light and infinite life, that Shiva, the great gold white eagle, worships for eternity and dances through the cosmos, the most sacred dance, the most sacred symphony. And back to the three gentlemen I met yesterday from Nepal, the three characters that were partying it up in the woods. Today, reflecting upon it, I feel maybe they were the Nagas. One of our divine sisters, Linda, talked about reminded her of the Jackie Chan movie Forbidden Kingdom, where he played the drunken immortal. There's also a Kung Fu martial art called the Drunken Monkey, which is what he was doing in the movie, which when I get in the monkey mode, I can practice that art easily. I had many experiences in that mode when I was younger. But yeah, I actually thought of that when I met them, about that movie, where he journeyed as the drunken, immortal Monkey King. And we do love our monkey-picked oolongs. They are good. They pick from the top of the trees. They climb up there and help the masters pick some of the most sacred buds. So it was funny. A memory came back to me yesterday as I was talking with these three characters. And I told my friends from India today about them, and they laughed. And there was one moment, because sometimes you never know when the Nagas or the higher dimensionals or the shamans might be playing games with you. So I always test them out. I said, "Did you gentlemen, do you know about the Nagas?" And one said, "Oh, yes, the serpent." And then they argued amongst the three of them. I really should have recorded it, but I don't want to offend people. So the one was saying, "Oh, yes, the Naga." And the other said, "No, that's not the Naga." And he goes, "From Nagaland." I said, "Yes, of course. Nagaland, the land of the winged serpents." Yes. So they argued amongst themselves, and looking back upon that moment, it was like a dream within a dream to come upon these three characters and their great humor. And they kept trying to offer me a beer or a cigarette or other things to smoke. One point, the chubby little Asian guy, they had these they were like big cans of beer, like, I don't know, 40 or 60 ounces, and he dropped it and hit the log, and the beer started shooting out the top, and it almost hit his friend. Oh boy, you can't make this shift up. Yes, 144 coming in, the great angel. So what we do, we laugh our way to freedom. We are part of the Heoka Nation, the sacred clown, where we use laughter as our great medicine and transmit as much joy and silliness to the world to uplift all in the great joy and bliss of the new earth. The new Eden, new Jerusalem, where all will feel love, will be love, and give love freely, like the great tea that I pour for all my students and all my friends, and every sentient being, to heal every atom, every cell, every strand of DNA, as we go through this great activation and great transformation of the 12 by 12 into the 144 code of the crystalline DNA of the Christos consciousness. So as we navigate these new roads, these new paths, the pathways of the new earth, We walk in peace. We walk in awareness. We walk balanced and in harmony with the 5 elements. All the elementals are with us now. All the kingdoms are with us now. And the winged nations are with us now. The star nations are with us now. And yes, we are in this to win this, because love always wins, and love is eternal. And as we travel in between worlds, or in between dimensions, in between frequencies, we navigate between the 3, the 4, and the 5, as we step into the timelessness of being in between worlds or dimensions, that through this timelessness we merge the physical with the non-physical with the physical, and manifest our true spirits, the light, our higher self, one with Source, to create this reality of heaven on earth. We remove all veils and heal all timelines, and bring in the healing codes, the freedom codes, and the codes of love here now for all sentient beings in all timelines, dimensions, and realities. So have a beautiful and blessed day. Keep walking your sacred path with heart, warriors of the light, rising up together through this great ascension. I love you all. Namaste.